What's up, guys? My name is Jomel Socorro,
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
and we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifeu. This is episode 35, right? Yeah,
That's right.
35. How are you,
Hopefully.
Jaron?
Yeah, it's one of those numbers.
What? Well, yeah, I would hope it's gonna be 35, but it's only been a week, so I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
How are you, Jaron? How's your week been? How's the influx of fresh memes coming in for you?
Pretty heavy. Bowsette uh the Bowsette bandwagon has not died down.
No, I don't even want to call it a bandwagon. I think from the get go it was essentially a fucking bullet train,
Yeah.
and it just never stopped or it hasn't slowed down yet.
It hasn't slowed down. Well, it's been extending to a lot of other characters in the Mushroom Kingdom, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll get to more of that, in full detail with all of our favorites and other particular, at least for me, particular Mushroom Kingdom characters.
Yeah.
But we kind of want to open up the podcast here with some, open it up with a heavy heart, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, it is a heavy
'Cause,
heart, unfortunately.
Because normally no one wants to talk about, passings or sad things, but
We should do so in order to honor their memory.
exactly their life and all that. So, why don't you open it up for us, Ron?
Well, unfortunately, a voice actor died recently. In let's see, it was Tokyo, I believe, last Sunday. Um, his name was Hikaru Miyata. He was probably most famous for his voicing of Homura Mitokado from Naruto. He was one of Lord's second um, squad students, whatever. Naruto and them are two Kakashi.
Right.
And he currently serves. Well, I mean, I don't know how this is gonna work now, but he served on the Ninja Council in the Leaf Village. But yeah, he has unfortunately passed last Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And looking at it right now, he would have been 88 as of Sunday,
Yeah,
the 30th, because his birthday is on September 30th.
that's also when they did his funeral.
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. They essentially did the whole ceremony on his birthday.
Yeah.
Well, he will be missed. Condolences to his family, and it's it's always something whenever, especially people that are part of the community, that pass on and all that.
Well, exactly, and it's because these people are, recognizable too. I mean, I guess, and because again, it's our community, we usually would recognize them. So it hits it hits us a little harder than it would, I guess, don't want to say commoners, the normies. All right, I guess not more than his family and close friends, obviously.
Right.
But
those who are an extension, I guess. Right.
But because we have the connection of viewing his work, that we have this, that feeling. It's always, you always gotta expect someone to go, and it's unfortunate, but it's it's one of those things in life. But
yeah,
we shouldn't dwell on it. We should remember him for what he did and what he worked on. Like I said, he was a voice actor for Homura Mitokado from Naruto. He also did he had roles and he played a character named Shogun in Heat Guy J and Dread Barton in the Maiden Diaries, with minor roles as Raymond in Descent Gills, Code Geass, Akito the Exiled. Let's see, Alsak from Gungrave. Oh, I remember Gungrave. That was pretty good. It was a fun little read and watch. And the board chairman from Monster. Hold on, I think I've watched Monster, haven't I? I'm pretty sure I have.
I mean, I
Actually, you know
know
what? Now that I think about it, trying to search up just Monster is gonna be a little difficult.
Well, that's true. Well, actually, if you actually if you look at the Anime News Network, it actually lists much more into what he actually casted in than
Oh,
what,
okay.
because the initial information we're getting is his
Oh,
roles from are from myanimelist.com.
right.
And so if you guys were to look at, if the information I'm seeing here is from animenewsnetwork.com, it's he's got a little bit more roles that are listed here other than the ones that are listed by my anime list.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he actually I mean, like one of the bigger I guess one of the bigger like series that he did, take part in was, Code Geass, Agito the
Right.
Exiled, movies. One of them, After War Gundam X, that was a pretty popular one back in the day, and
Mm-hmm.
even in a nice oldie is like the Legends of the Galactic Heroes, like that 80, I believe it's a
I
yeah,
remember hearing about it.
it's a classic 90s series that got rebooted into, I think it was rebooted into a more modern day series a couple of
Mm-hmm.
seasons ago.
Yeah, it was.
So
Well, no, what was it rebooted? I thought they just did the what was it, Legend of the Galactic Heroes.
yeah, isn't it rebooted, like it's just more updated, or is it a continuation? I'm not completely sure because I didn't actually watch
Right. I
any of it.
didn't. Yeah,
So
yeah. You're right. It was rebooted. It
was it
was
rebooted? Okay.
rebooted. So I don't know if he continued to voice. Did he continue to voice someone in the reboot?
I mean, I'm
I
checking
guess
right
if it
now.
doesn't say, then
As far as I know, he's only participated in the ones that
ah,
are the older ones. So like the '90s show, like the '90s variant of it. So I don't think he hasn't voiced anything from the. Oh wait, he did voice the remake. Yeah, he did.
okay.
So I think he. Because according to this, he uh he let me see.
But I mean,
I don't know exactly what role, but he did participate in the remake as well as like the recent. Uh, he was actually also able to voice for a recent movie coming in 2019. So that'll be like the last time you'll ever hear him delivering lines.
oh, that's pretty good. Well,
So
if you're a huge fan, that is where you can honor his as one of his last works.
29. That's gonna be a movie. That's gonna be a movie series coming out in 2019. So well, Hikaru Miyata, he will be missed, and I don't know. I'm not good at obituaries.
I mean, I'm
Uh,
not either. I'm just, like I said, we should always honor those in the community that passed because we're all connected through this, trash heap that is anime. So we should always try to keep each other,
it's a community
in
nonetheless. It's a
thank
community
you.
nonetheless that keeps on bringing each other together. So
Exactly.
that was probably a terrible way of putting it together, but
We're
you
not good
know
with the words
we're
that,
not
but
we're not we
so
we run a podcast on the side just because, and we're not good at with words.
right.
Um, but other than those news, we don't. That's not the only thing we have as far as news, because we don't want to bring everybody down
All right.
at the start. Um,
Quite a few things have happened over the month. Big things in both the anime community and in the gaming community. Though I believe I personally have more stuff on the gaming side because uh, outside of Mr. Hikaru Miyata's death, there hasn't been anything nearly as I guess
what impactful?
newsworthy.
Uh, well, I guess you'd say so. I mean,
I mean,
what do you
there's
get?
always stuff going on, but
What do you got for
not.
us, John? I don't know if you've run into anything that I haven't. I mean, I've only got one thing to talk about at this point as far as news
Uh,
coverage.
no, yeah, I didn't. I wasn't able to find much else other than obviously it was last week that we went over the anime that's going to be appearing in the fall season. So
Mm-hmm.
that's a lot to look forward to.
All right.
Also, a
Well,
couple more trailers have dropped for a different anime.
okay. Oh, that's true. Yeah. Before we go on there, there is the matter of the newest trailer for um
Zombieland Saga.
no. At the game Death Stranding. There you go.
They had another. Oh right, the one with the golden mask, dude.
Yep.
What was what's the guy that's voicing him? Because people really enjoyed him.
You probably just look it up at this point.
Yeah, let me. But yeah, I saw that and I just, I don't.
Just
I don't
like
know why they even released trailers. There's no point. We don't know what we're fucking watching.
exactly at this point, anything Death Stranding at this point is just leaving more questions.
Right.
Like I didn't even like again. No, neither did I think that Death Stranding can be even more how do I want to say this strange as it is. It's by its initial like premise and that big trailer that they released a couple of months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Now it turns out you gotta fight this golden mask dude that summons
Fucking.
giant masked cats with like motor
I
oil.
mean, is that a fucking? We
Ah,
both know that's some fucking man juice. Some kind of weird undulate non-Euclidean bullshit.
no, you're right. You're right. But their imagination is astounding. Is astounding to see it. In fruition. Because I don't know what the hell they're smoking to come up with these trailers, but I want in
It's
to
that
what
good
they're
shit.
exactly. That's some that good motor oil that they're sniffing in their office. It's a
I mean,
barrel of it, like it's leaking into the office.
and I'm pretty sure they're just hotbox the whole time. Fucking Kojima comes in with that dank shit, and he just throws it in the fucking
It's like, oh yeah,
the Kojima brand vaporizer.
exactly.
They
Okay,
just
okay,
fucking
guys, I
light up.
got it. Golden masked oil cat, and they're just fucking applauding it like Jesus Christ.
They don't even applaud. They can't fucking move. They're so fucking strung out.
Well, other than that, I'm actually quite excited for that. I mean, it's been a while since we got anything Death Stranding related, so it was nice to see something, you know, while related, completely off the rails for Death Stranding.
Right. I mean, off the rails. Fucking.
And
What do you mean? They have fucking baby fucking batteries and shit. Like I don't know how it can't top itself anymore. Everything is on the same level of super high bullshit.
and they still didn't release there still wasn't a release date on that even after that trailer either.
Right. There won't be one until it's probably gonna come out in 2020, maybe late 2019.
Maybe unless it's already out and we don't fucking know it because Kojima's just like, yeah,
You don't know how happy I would be if there was just like some deep dive, like site somewhere that's just hosting the game and no one knows where it is.
exactly. Like it's sort of like a what is it like a Ready Player One situation? Like yeah,
Yeah.
it's already there. You just gotta you gotta find it on your own.
Fucking everyone starts scouring the internet, fucking data mining this shit. It's fucking Kojima invents something past the fucking deep web.
No,
Fucking
he makes the deeper web,
the deepest web.
and like he like works together with like Elon Musk and smokes a joint and just creates the deeper web.
Speaking of, Elon Musk is getting sued by
Yep.
two people.
Yeah, and he's actually stepping down as CEO of Tesla.
Oh man, that fool.
Because he's being sued for 20 million at this point,
Yep.
and
Because I think what was it, security fraud and the whole pedophile thing.
well, I mean the whole like misconduct comment with
Well,
that
yeah.
one guy. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean, the pedophile thing.
yeah.
Yep.
Elon Musk is not a pedophile, but he called someone else a pedophile. And apparently, that's
Yeah,
not professional
yeah.
enough.
Yeah, and that was not his smartest move. In fact, as you said, it ended his damn career.
Yeah.
Wow.
Though the memes that came out of it are kind of hilarious and also maybe somewhat interesting because like everyone is relating Elon Musk to like Morgan Osborn, like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So like remember in like the first like Spider-Man, like the very first with Tobey Maguire and all that. They're relating him to Morgan Osborn that he was kicked off the board, now he's gonna become the fucking Green Goblin because he has the tech. The man made a flamethrower. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out with a neon green suit and a glider, started throwing explosive pumpkins.
Yo, I'd be so fucking happy Elon Musk became a modern day supervillain, that would fucking that would fucking make my day. Like the world's falling to shit. That's something we need.
Just
Fucking
at least go out with a bang, right?
exactly. I mean, think about it. If you want, like, okay, I will never ever, you know, say that. Oh, if you want to be remembered, terrorize the folk. No, going up and shooting up a school is just it's fucking stupid and selfish, and you're an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you're gonna be grandiose, you're gonna fucking dress up in, you're gonna get a glider. You're gonna dress up as the Green Goblin and pretend to be a supervillain. You don't kill anybody. You know, it's just the fact that you're that kind of threat, and then people are gonna take you out because you're a threat.
Exactly. Like you have the actual plausible threat of that, of just that image.
Exactly. Just orchestrate strife without hurting anybody.
What is that? Like just mass paranoia in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, and then obviously once you go down, people realize it was just you being a fuck. But like,
Yeah, right. Well, in this case, maybe he just be maybe he can just be the Human Torch. With
yeah,
the
you're
flamethrowers.
right.
Or it can be Electro. Tesla.
I
Electric
feel
cars
like
and all that.
Electro would be a lot easier because setting yourself on fire and living is a little difficult.
Or just combine all of it. Just be a flying, electrocuting flame ball, and then just terrorize like New York City.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. You're essentially a flying hazard that no one can touch you, unless they shoot you. But
I mean, they're just gonna gun you down.
well, unless you have like ultimate bulletproof, space grade armor.
Right.
Because remember, he's also part of SpaceX.
Well, he was part of SpaceX.
Oh, that's true. But he still knows what he's doing.
Is he still a part of SpaceX or is...
Yeah, he's still part of SpaceX. It's just that he's pretty much been booted off of Tesla.
Right. Because
he still has that moon mission and that Mars plan that he's been working on at SpaceX. So.
Right, that's true. I don't condone him being calling people pedophiles just because they shit on him for his, while I want to say appreciated idea. It was I guess I want to say pointless, but it wasn't necessary.
All right. Well, I mean, that's old news at this point.
That is old news, yeah. But I'm just saying, he was a fool and he deserved to get punished for it. That's that.
For how long though? And that's
well, he got kicked out of his office. That's his punishment.
That's true.
But it's not like they're gonna hire him back.
But then is that it? Like, it's just he's essentially been fired, and it's pretty much all good at that point.
I mean, yeah.
No more reoccurring backlash or I guess harassment in this case by.
Well, here's the thing: if he continues to be obstinate about this, him calling this dude a pedophile, then he's just digging his own grave.
Right.
So, I'm just saying. But this isn't the main news that we meant to talk about.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Let me run through it real quick. I guess not real quick, but let's see what we're going with. So, one of the main things that I wanted to really hit on today was that I think we reported some time ago that one of the games on Steam was coming out, and it was going to be fully uncensored. It was an H game, and it was fully uncensored.
Wait, really? I don't.
Did we not talk about that?
I don't remember it, so we probably didn't talk about it.
I might have. Maybe I talked about that with somebody else, and I'm just fucking stupid.
But now I'm intrigued.
So, a game came out on Steam that was fully uncensored, full H game. Let me see what the hell was it called? I don't remember.
What's the sauce? We all want to know what the sauce is, Jarron. At this point.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Okay.
It was fully uncensored.
Okay.
Now, granted, it's still uncensored here in America, but in a lot of other places, it's getting censored.
Ah, I see. So it's more of a globalized.
Yeah.
What is it? Globalized. I'm just at a loss of words today, but pretty much it's being like restricted one way or another depending on region.
Right.
So
Right.
it's essentially getting region locked in a sense. It's most of its sexual content is being region locked essentially.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but I mean, yeah, yeah, I understand. People, Australia, Europe, fucking, it's not gonna fly in China. It's not gonna fly in fucking
Korea, probably.
Korea, North Korea. Anyway, I don't know. South Korea might let it fly.
I don't know. Apparently, like when Jarrell went over to South Korea, he couldn't look up porn. So that was hard for him apparently.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. I was actually another side about porn. I know we didn't talk about this, but apparently you have to now have a license in what is it, the UK to
Oh
watch porn.
yes, yep. You need to have a FAP license.
I That hurts my soul.
I mean, that's old news, but it was old news to a sense. It was being discussed, and then it actually got passed. So now you need a FAP
Yeah,
license in order to FAP.
that's so fucking stupid. Oh, by the way, the H game was called. All right, bear with me. It's called Negligy Love Stories.
Negligy love stories. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll put the sauce for the Steam for the where you can buy it on Steam in the descriptions
Yeah.
down below. But yeah, if you want to be celebrate Steam, go for it.
Go ahead, but please be of the appropriate age.
That yes,
Due
18. Yeah, 18 for.
because due to the
Is it our
content of
country or
this
is it our
game.
state?
It's by state. Well, it's by state normally, but generally in this country it's 18.
Okay, be 18 if you're in U.S. I don't know how old you have to be in other countries. Have your license in the U.K. I guess. I'm sorry.
Make sure you renew those licenses, everybody in the UK.
Oh, that's so fucking sad. I mean, obviously they can't get everything. There's
Obviously
no way
not.
to get everything.
Okay. Wait, is this made by the same people that did Honey Pop?
I, it looks familiar, and
Yeah.
I would imagine, but um,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
um, I mean, is there anything else? And is there anything else around this specific game?
Around this specific game, no, I haven't played it myself yet,
Like, I
but
mean, what enticed Steam to like go for nude or go for
it's
bold?
mostly. I imagine it's mostly just because there was a large outcry about it. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we talked about this before. We talked about it before.
We had the general
How
outcry of it, but
Yeah, it was a general outcry of it, and Steam essentially caved because I mean, while how do I say it? Essentially, while it, I guess, quieted down, there wasn't like the huge outrage anymore. There were still
mm-hmm.
people, speaking out against it. God bless their hearts.
Mm-hmm.
To try to get uh, some of these games uncensored, or either uncensored or have allow Steam to do censored games. And Steam essentially cracked and said, "Well, all right, well, fucking look. If we put a actual, content block on these things, and what's the problem? You know,
Mm-hmm.
so they essentially just said, all right, well, if you're gonna upload the game, then you have to put in, how old you are, and everything's gonna be restricted, 18 years of age and blah 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 stuff like that. And and here's the thing though, the smart thing about this is that because Steam requires you to put in a credit card, unless you take it from your parents or somehow you have an illegal card that shows, tells you that you're a certain age because you can't get your card always essentially reveals how old you are,
Uh,
doesn't it? Because you have to put that kind of information in it
not
with it,
well.
don't you?
The whole age thing is you normally you have to put your birthday, but you can put any card on it. The only thing is whatever card you put it on, it will be on that invoice. So
Right.
you
But
and you
I'm just
normally
saying.
you can't get you can't get a credit card if you're under the age of 18.
Right. That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
thing. So
I
unless
mean, I guess you could, you know, like take from your parents and not let them know.
well, they're definitely gonna know. They're gonna figure out that you spent what $10 on something called negligee love stories, or
Oh, it doesn't tell you what you buy.
it'll be a Steam purchase. That's what it is.
Right. Oh, there's a lot
And
of shit. There's an art book, wallpaper, soundtrack. You can buy. Hold on. What? Hold on. You can buy the the Dakimakuras? Hold on. What? Hold on. This is just their okay, never mind. This is just their like descriptions.
So I
Never mind.
guess you could say that this is like a step moving forward in terms of like Steam's like overall like you know in initial response to the whole censorship thing, like, as long as it's not breaking any rules, and then we can make it age restricted, there's nothing else
Right.
wrong with it.
They essentially they just kind of said fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, hey, shit. I mean, again, since the day that Steam pretty much said, fuck you for trying to for thinking otherwise, you know.
Oh, it's a Yuri. Oh. Okay. I see you. I see you. All right. Oh, you're the manager of a lingerie shop. Okay. And all
That's
these girls
kinky.
are working with you. That's why you get all close to them. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Is that
The
a
link will
fucking harem ending? Oh shit. All right. All right. Well,
the sauce link will be in the description down below. Please be of age, and as always, guys, hashtag hentai for all.
hashtag hentai for all. That's damn right. See what else? Did I have? Sony is cracking under the crossplay heat.
Oh yes, I found out about that
Gra-
finally.
Granted, it's gonna be it. They cracked for what is it? Fortnite.
Yep, just for it. I mean, it's one step regardless, but
It is a step, but I
uh,
heard that their next game that they're gonna launch for crossplay is gonna be Warframe,
oh, okay,
which,
that'll be interesting.
which I've been pretty interested in the last few days, last few months. Even though I
Mm-hmm.
haven't played it in a fucking like 5 weeks. That's because I've been busy with other video games.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I'm I think it's fucking hilarious how they just fucking cracked under the pressure. Cause like, I
I mean,
mean,
even Nintendo is essentially playing nice with like Xbox at this point, and it's sort of just weird seeing Sony like trying to tsundere their way out of this.
yeah. I mean, granted, again, the only crossplay you can do with Nintendo is on Fortnite.
That's true,
But just the fact of the matter is just hilarious.
right?
I don't know. I still just think it was foolish just for Sony just to not do it because honestly, like it's just Fortnite. Yeah, it's a if anything, it'll make people buy not go out of their way to get a different console just to fucking play Fortnite.
Right, exactly. Like if anything, it should like keep your, especially if you have like a PS4 and all that, to keep your PS4 knowing that you can play with everyone else
Right.
on different systems. So.
And as we know with anime, you should just always let the cancer grow.
Of course.
So why not apply that to Fortnite?
That's true. This is true.
But let's see, what else do I got? I don't think there's much else to be honest.
Yeah, and the only thing I got here, which if you've been hiding underneath a rock or just completely have no sense of understanding what's going on in the world,
Me.
uh, season 4 of My Hero Academia has been announced after the last episode released on Saturday. So that's already been confirmed. My guess is it's winter
Yeah.
of 2019. So January will be the fourth season of the fourth installment of My Hero Academia.
hmm I did have one more piece of news that I forgot about.
Hmm.
Um, shit, where was it? Telltale Games has shut down.
Right. Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
was a big thing.
unfortunately, that studio has shut down because of poor management. So,
Yeah, there was a lot of testimonies from its workers and all that, just of its environment and overall like
yeah.
productivity or lack of productivity.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was so much a lack of. Well, I guess they say it themselves as lack of productivity, but I also heard that it was like they the conditions that they set them up with, they were essentially bound to fail because they never let them stop working.
Mm-hmm.
Because they put so much pressure on them. It's got to be finished. It's got to be finished. It's got to be finished. And I think there was a quote that someone had that essentially spelled it off as it was either the, I guess not CEO, but the director at the time, or they got a new director, and one of his mottos was, "Why?" It's not about how much time it takes to make a game good. It's about how good the game can be with so little time,
That's
or
like the
something like that.
that's like the ultimate procrastinator quote right there.
Yeah, effectively, it's like, oh, well, how good we can make this paper in the day before it's due? Like, no, fuck you. Fucking delay the game for 2 years. If it look, take a page from Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh yeah.
Delay it until infinity and beyond, just to make it as good as possible.
Either that or CD Project Red.
Right. Fucking, I don't care. I know. I mean, yeah, sure. Not everyone on not everyone on Earth has all the time in the goddamn in the world, but they still have about fucking 70 years.
Exactly. Or at
That's a
least you can still redeem yourself. Given if you're willing to change and willing to put in that effort to do so.
right.
Speaking on behalf of Hello Games from No Man's Sky.
Right. Exactly.
So there's always a chance to even if you do fail, at least you can embrace it and still redeem yourself. Otherwise, you just kind of just crash and burn, just like how Telltale Games just ended up in this
Exactly.
case.
Exactly. And it's just rough because the thing is, like, they had, the way Telltale's works, they had essentially a lot of sequels lined up for different games. Like, for example, they had the Wolf Among Us, episode 2 of Game of Thrones, their Walking Dead series.
Well,
And I think,
weren't they also supposed to do something with Stranger Things as well?
yes, they were supposed to do something with Stranger Things, but that's done. Um,
Maybe that's it. Maybe they just had way too much on their plate that they could possibly do, and then it just caught up to them.
oh no, they did, because remember, during the time, I guess, that they were most popular, you remember how many games they had out?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's true. I mean, again, granted, I never played any of the games, but I do remember a lot of it. I feel like a lot of its popularity rose from the Walking Dead series.
Yeah, it definitely did. People absolutely adored Clementine's story, who was the main character of the Walking Dead series.
And then they
But
even had like their Batman series too for a little bit. That
right,
was its
again,
own
that just
little
shows they
thing.
had a lot of shit going on. But for whatever, they just couldn't keep it up.
So there's no. Are they just shutting down, or is anyone gonna buy them out, or
No, it's apparently too late for anyone to buy them out.
really? It's
Yeah,
unfortunate. I was hoping at least someone else could take over the projects.
yeah. And there was a rumor that they were gonna still try to finish the last episode of The Walking Dead, because since that was their most popular series, but they had to pull that as well.
Oh really? Oh, so they're not gonna end up putting out that last episode?
Yeah,
It's unfortunate. Man, a lot of disappointing news.
yeah. But I mean, that's what happens. It's a fucking evolving industry,
Yeah.
and honestly, it's so strange because they were so popular.
Like,
I
I
mean,
feel like
granted,
it
I
could
didn't
have.
play the games, but like,
I feel like it could have been fixed with just if you just rearrange the management in terms of like how to manage the whole thing in general.
yeah. I mean, but if you have a bad, if whoever's steering the boat sucks, then it's gonna fucking crash.
That's true.
Doesn't matter how if it's already in the path of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter if a new captain jumps on board. It's over. So that's just how that goes. But hopefully, all the workers that were in Telltale is able to find new jobs because they were talented. Like, looking at the games, they were pretty well animated, and
Mm-hmm.
the writers did excellent since it captured an entire audience.
Essentially, so the team. I mean, the talent behind the games isn't there's no doubt that there is talent behind, behind those games. Right
Right.
now, it's just hopefully they're able to move on and to move on to doing more great things with their talent.
Right.
So, but as far as other forms of talent that that have recently come across,
Jesus Christ,
uh,
I was actually about to do the exact same segue.
well, as most of you known, it's been like how long has it been? Has it been like a
It's
weekend
been a
or
week. It's. I feel like it started Monday. Maybe
probably
it didn't. I don't know.
I
It
don't
feels
know.
like it's already been months.
Yeah, exactly. But uh, all right, Dron, I want you to do the honors for opening this up.
Uh, Bowser turning into Princess Peach is the best goddamn thing that's happened to the internet in a long time.
It's also the one of the most fastest growing memes I have ever seen since
Honestly,
like
like
maybe Uganda Knuckles, if, to be honest, because that exploded during
it
that
did.
first like week
Well, see,
of
here's the
its.
thing though. Uganda Knuckles had a bit of a slow burn at first, at the very beginning, because the image of Uganda Knuckles
Mm-hmm.
was already a thing.
Right.
I don't remember where that came from, but it's been around, but it was made popular thanks to that. I don't know what genius said, "All right, we're gonna take this shitty like Ugandan movie and put it with this," and then they became a fucking legend. But
Mm-hmm.
this was literally started because Nintendo came out is coming out with what is it? Them and their goddamn names. What is this? New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe
Okay.
XL DX with Knuckles in the Electric Boogaloo. And the part where the Electric Boogaloo comes in is that they put in a crown power up in the game where if Toadette, if Toadette gets it, she turns into Peachette, which is this Toadette version of Peach, and she gets to float and do things that Peach can't does. Even though it would have just been simpler to just put Peach as a fucking character, but
Honestly.
um, and that was the thing that didn't blow up for some reason. That in itself just didn't go anywhere. But some fucking fool said, Mario Tennis Aces is a thing. This new game's coming out. Blah blah blah. And Mario fucking what is it? Odyssey happened where Mario and Bowser got fucking shot down by Peach. I'm like, what if they fucked? So he made a little comic and brought the internet to its knees.
Yep. And it's still on its knees, just
It's
sucking on this meme dry.
I don't there's too much fluid. I mean, I don't know if you can ever suck it. Well, obviously it's gonna go dry at some point. Sorry about that. Um, it's gonna go dry at some point. But the fucking fountain, the fucking spout is plentiful right now. I honestly don't know. People say it's gonna be gone in a couple weeks. I don't think so. Not with because all it takes is one design of some character and that's gonna blow up, and people are just gonna copy that over and over,
No, for real.
and then
As
another
well
character, and so
as
on.
as well as having very famous and known mangaka artists doing their own renditions of Bowsette in their own art style.
Right, exactly.
So like, I mean, it's come to the point where like, well, for one thing, the entirety of Japan loves the idea
Yeah.
to the point where they even started they made essentially an event for Bowsette,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's gotta be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like, if if this is what it takes to bring the people together, then I I can only like shed tears of happiness.
Honestly, and it's like, see, it's no, but it's like it's. I feel like this is a weird one though, because obviously people will unite under waifus. That's that brings everyone
I mean,
together.
it's like the ultimate. It's the ultimate like essentially the gender bent item for like it's the Rule 64 at this point.
Right, exactly.
Like
Right,
if Rule 64 at this point were to be were to be an object or be given form, that crown would be the fucking rule of the internet.
Right. But it's just such a weird thing, like how this grew. Because normally, the general process is, it pops up somewhere on like 4chan or Reddit, or it
Mm-hmm.
comes from 4chan, goes to Reddit, and then from Reddit to, or wherever, to Facebook, Twitter, all that those places, and then someone reviews it, and then it dies. You know. But the speed at which it fucking it hit all the social medias, the speed at which it got reviewed is crazy. Because like, I mean, I still don't really can't really even begin to say when it began, but it
I
was
know,
definitely
right?
like somewhere in the middle of last week,
Like
or this
I get
middle of this week, or
exactly.
no, today's Monday. Sorry, we're recording at fucking 1 a.m. Monday, so the middle of last week, or maybe the beginning of last week,
Cause I can
and
remember. I remember seeing the comic itself, and then the next day I saw nothing but Bowsette in that case.
right, it's fucking crazy. And then fucking, like, I think by Friday, yeah, by Friday we had the event. We had the meme being reviewed by people that, like by Kotaku and all them. It's just and like I feel like even the cosplay community couldn't keep up with it.
No, yeah,
Like,
for real. Like everyone was pretty much like, essentially everyone was already requesting like it to be a cosplay, and I can feel the tension from like the cosplay community to like, put out their own rendition of the uh Bowsette meme as a cosplay.
exactly. But the unfortunate thing is, like, it grew too fast for them to keep up.
It's a
Like
little
by the time it like got I don't even want to say know if I want to say popular, but like by the time it got huge, it was like a couple days after it first was announced.
mm-hmm.
By the time the world knew, like it was like, all right, we got to make a cosplay of it. But normally these kind of things have enough time to burn to fucking keep up with it. But no, they're essentially too. I don't know if I want to say too late, but they're behind.
No, yeah, this is literal cancer at this point.
Right.
Like if the cells were the Bowsette memes, this would be cancer.
Well, see, here's the
Like
thing
it's
though.
just
Cancer takes a couple. Cancer itself takes at least a couple years to kill you. This shit,
instant.
this
Like
was full blown. Like fucking, you fucking took a dip in toxic waste. This is straight up
exactly.
radiation poisoning. You're in the microwave.
And not only that, but it also infected every other character in the Mushroom Kingdom.
I know, and it's great. I love it so much.
Like I've already developed a personal favorite of mine, which is Bouette in this case, which is a rendition of King Boo.
Yeah.
So that's my girl. That's
The thing about King Boo, the Boo, I didn't even know. Well, okay, obviously I knew about King Boo from um Luigi's Mansion,
mm-hmm.
but he was the last one that I would expect to get it. You know?
Really. He was
Yeah.
King Boo was the second was this like if out of all the variants he was the Boo was like the first like alternative rendition of the whole Peachette crown phenomenon. At least in my end, it was.
Well, yeah, I feel well. She's definitely the like second most popular. I mean, I guess
Mm-hmm.
however you want to say that, who's more popular at this point. I still think it's Bowsette, but still, the fact that she came on so fast is just fucking. It's just I didn't know that King Boo was gonna be that popular,
Right.
or at least chosen. The second one that was gonna be popular. I thought it was gonna be like Yoshi or, you know, fucking literally anyone else.
No, they essentially went for all the villains in this case.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's because it started with Bowser that they had to try to follow suit with villains, but unfortunately there aren't that many. I mean, there are a lot of villains in Mario, but I guess the most notable ones are King Boo and Bowser.
Mm-hmm.
So that does make sense.
And because remember, because the finale, this happened on like what the third day. Do you remember the tweet that came from the fucking Nintendo head?
Uh-uh.
Uh, I ha- I have to find it, but it's Miyamoto, right?
Yeah.
He's the Nintendo head.
Shigeru Miyamoto.
he put out a tweet on his public Twitter. He said that the crown was a mistake.
No, that unfortunately. Wait, what's that? No, no, no. I know which one you're talking about. That post was fake.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Okay. I'm like 80% sure
80%. Okay. Well,
that it
uh,
was fake because I believe that post came from um I don't shit. What was it? I mean, it was Shigeru Miyamoto, but I think one of the bits in his name was spelled wrong. Either
um,
that or his actual Twitter is in Japanese, and this one's just spelled with the Romanji. And for those listening that don't know what Romanji is the English spelling of Japanese words.
so using like pretty much using Latin. Yeah,
Latin
Roman
characters.
Latin characters or Roman characters.
Yeah, Roman characters, I guess, would be the. No,
Okay.
because Roman characters involve all that weird epsilon shit.
No, that's Greek letters.
Is that Greek?
Yeah, that's
You're
Greek.
right. You're right. You're right.
That's the whole alpha, beta, delta things.
Right. You're right. But yeah, I believe his actual personal, so whatever you want to call it, his actual Twitter is
Oh, okay.
in Japanese, whereas that one was the Romanji. So
Okay.
that's the fake one. I think again, 80% sure. Someone can prove me wrong.
Probably. Well, never mind then. I was
But
hoping it was real because that would have been hilarious if it was. It
I
would
can
have
imagine he does feel that way.
been.
Cause think about it. I mean, I don't know about like people that draw shit. Create things, and
Yeah,
they make
creative
something
liberty,
pure
right?
hearted. It's like, yeah, it's actually ProCD did a pretty good video on it
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
where he was like, this is a good idea. And I was,
Like
yeah, it's a great idea. And then out of nowhere, the internet just made it fucky, as he said.
exactly. Like how are they making it? Oh my god. It's like, yep, that's exactly how it the entire situation went down. And I
Granted,
say it's beautiful.
granted, most creators do know now if they even hint at a female anything, it's gonna. Well, if they make anything, it's gonna be fucking
Yeah,
lewd as all high heaven.
it doesn't matter at this point. Like, what was it? Well, the one, I don't think it was looted as much. But like, remember when the new Smash character was announced?
Isabel.
Yeah. So there wasn't
Well,
as much lewds, but there was a lot of like fan art in general.
to be fair, Isabel was a popular subject beforehand
Like just an Animal Crossing subject.
as an Animal Crossing subject for people that
Okay.
like that. But once she got announced, all that essentially came to light.
Okay. So that's kind of like that pent up like excitement.
And yes, Jomel, there are a lot of new lewds.
Oh, okay.
There are
Well,
plenty of lewds for Isabel.
well, I
You
sit
fucking
corrected.
furry pieces of shit.
Calling out like a small percentage of our audience here.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, but as things get popular though, like especially with the whole Bowsette thing,
Yeah.
there was a specific subject in mind, or individual that majority of, well, I don't know if it's majority, but a lot of from what I saw, a lot of people were essentially uh refusing a certain cosplayer to not cosplay
Yeah.
the Bowsette.
I wouldn't say. Yes, Joma. It was definitely the majority of the internet.
Was the
All right.
majority?
The
Because I only
majority of the people that cared
because I did
enough.
see a lot of the negativity. I don't know what the actual percentage is, but I just saw a lot of you know
Yeah.
don't a lot of hate as far as like resentment towards that idea.
And if
So
you guys don't know what we're talking about, we've talked about her before. Her name is a cosplayer that goes by the name of Momo Kyun, or I think her real name is Mariah Malik. Um, and she was, I guess, relatively recently booed off of the internet because she sexually assaulted people and was generally kind of shitty.
hmm
Actually, I should say pretty shitty
yeah,
before that. So she
essentially
was.
essentially became Bill cosplay in this case.
I fucking love that term, Bill cosplay. But yes, that's essentially what she was, and she was booed off the internet, or not off the internet, but she was ostracized from the anime and cosplay community. And now, if you ever go to any of her social medias, anytime she posts anything, it's immediate like just tear down. Um, but she previously was known for stealing cosplays from people. Um, so there was a legit petition going around. I mean, it only got like a couple thousand, maybe like 3,000 signatures. For her not to cosplay Bowsette.
Really? That was a legit petition? I didn't know
There
that.
was a legit petition.
Wow. I did not think people's hate would come to fruition and into that form. I didn't think about that.
It's one thing to be hated on TV, Jump. Like you
Right.
can be, you got your Louis C.K.'s, you got your Bill Cosby's, you got your who else isn't
Uh
foolish. You got your recently your
OJ Simpson?
I get yeah. O.J. Simpson was a little different at
Yeah,
the
it's
time.
true. I mean, this is also a murder case as well, so
People don't care about murder. Um,
I know who you're talking about.
no, recently, what's his name? The
It's that
judge.
yeah, it's that Senate nominee, isn't it? Or that
Not Senate, Supreme Court.
yeah, Supreme Court nominee.
Whatever his name is. He's also, being fucking shut down. But like, that's on TV. Like,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, I guess the world is. No, I can't say that. On the internet, if you are hated purely by an internet community, it spreads so much
Oh
that it
yeah.
feels like you're hated more than any of these other people on TV could ever be.
Just because it spreads far quicker than you would on TV.
Right. I mean,
Just,
granted, the hearing was broadcasted everywhere.
right, but the internet essentially took part in the whole breakdown process as well.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So if it wasn't, it was if it essentially the internet is also another tool to essentially spread information,
Right. Well,
regardless
yeah.
of
That's
how it affects the target in this case.
right. So, she's so like we said, she was petitioned not to cosplay Bowsette, but she kind of did.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And I
she
mean,
bought a Halloween costume Bowser hat.
was it even about? It looked like a peach hat looking thing because it had like the whole blonde uh
No, it
part of it.
wasn't. That's not what it was. It was literally a Bowser like face, like like not face mask, but those little hats that have the character's head essentially.
Oh, okay.
That was his upper lip. His
I
nose
see.
is pink,
Right,
pinkish
right,
or
right.
yellowish,
Uh
kind
huh.
of like Peach's. I guess not like Peach's hair, but in that lighting, it looked blonde.
Right.
That was his just upper lip, and that's what she wore. That in a bikini.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And I mean, because I'm a pervert. I don't give a shit. People say, well, can't just wear a wig and bikini. I don't give a shit. You know, I'm here for general likeness and titties. Fuck you.
You're a
That's
simple
just
man.
me.
You see tits, you like.
Exactly. I don't complicate stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously I don't support people that do shitty stuff. So I'm not gonna fucking endorse anything you do.
Mm-hmm.
But again, she did this, and people fucking tore her to shreds. And then it got even worse when people found out that this was from her attempting to steal the cosplay of another cosplayer.
Oh man.
It fucking blew up even more. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, why do you keep some I read a comment cuz I had to investigate a little bit. I actually had to, not be a piece of shit and actually do something. I had to look into it a little bit, and I found that, after that happened, looking through comments and stuff, people were saying that this is the exact reason why people won't forgive you. It's because, you know, you keep doing the exact same shit. That makes us think you don't care. You literally just don't care. So at this point in time, I don't. I mean, we discussed before where some people, they make a mistake, they get punished for it, and then we kind of leave them alone so that they can hopefully, and if they resurface, hopefully they've learned from it.
Right.
But unfortunately, in this case, uh, that ain't gonna happen.
Is because I did think of, because the whole thing with the whole, again, Momokun, again, like no Bowsette for Momokun kind of thing. I thought about, like, well, isn't in a way, isn't that like, you know you're trying to keep people from cosplaying, which is, the exact opposite of the, like, I guess, the modus operandi of the
Yeah,
cosplay community, where
yeah.
cosplay is freedom. And I was
The modus what? The modus operandi?
yeah, that's Latin for, like,
Yeah, I
motive.
know, but
Oh,
remember, Jomo, we're just a podcast show. We can't show them that we're actually, we actually have brain.
oh, you're right, you're right. Sorry about that. Um, but looking at all the interactions about that, I just found it kind of, like, odd. At least at first, 'cause, like, I didn't necessarily look into it, because I wasn't hating, nor was I trying to defend her or anything, but I just found it to be I just found it to be way too aggressive than I thought it would be, especially since, like, it's been a couple of months since the initial incident of her case happened, or at least the
Right,
whole decline of her internet social life
right,
declined. And then I was like, should we, is there a limit to all, it went back to the whole, like, that one podcast way back when we talked about Momokun, about, when is it, you know okay, just to let her be in this case.
right.
But in this case, having it looked at it in a way that she's essentially doing the exact same thing what she's been called out for before,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much like it's a whole situation where, it's not a lesson learned. And so in this case, what is it? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Or is it the other way around?
It's fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you.
Okay,
Or no, is it? No, no, no. Other way. Yeah, you're right. Other way
okay.
around. Fool
So
me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
okay, so I don't know if that works in this situation, but point is, because she did the exact same thing,
Well,
it's more reasonable to see that other people are continuing to shit on her for this case, because she essentially went about it the exact same way before.
yeah. But I don't know what her deal is. I don't know why she continues to fucking not learn. It's not hard to just fucking see something and say, yeah, I want to cosplay this. You don't have to steal the exact idea from other people.
I mean, what was the
Like, I
initial
don't
idea from? Like, where she stole it from?
I believe she took it from Cookie Bear Cosplay.
Okay, I'm gonna just look into this right now, because
Yeah,
I
go
need I
for it.
need some I need some visual representation about this whole, I guess, plagiarism in this case.
Yeah.
Was it cookie cutter crossplay?
Is it Cookie Cut? No, it's Cookie. Is it Cookie? Cookie Bear Cosplay, I believe. That's her. That's her alias.
Oh, Cookie Bear,
Is it Cookie Bear? Maybe it's Cookie Cutter.
Cookie
No.
Cookie Bear cosplay.
Uh, no. Okay. Well, the internet's fucking stupid. Can't fucking type shit in.
Maybe if I do Momo-kun, what kind of search results am I gonna get, Jarron?
Well, you're gonna find her Facebook page. Or if you're searching on Facebook, obviously you're gonna find a Facebook page and probably a couple hate uh things. But if you are searching on the internet, you're gonna find a bunch of her cosplay. You're gonna find the picture of her quote unquote Bowsette cosplay,
Mm-hmm.
and probably a lot of other shit, just her cosplay. That, or you might find her cam girl thing.
Oh, I see what you mean now with the whole Bowser head thing.
Yeah,
Because looking at it, someone actually put a comparison to the actual product
yeah.
of the headpiece. Yeah, I'm just now seeing that comparison.
See, I know I have her Cookie Bear. If I can learn how to spell bear right. But yeah, that's essentially what it was. I would advise people to look into it more because I mean,
Like, our word is as good as anybody else's at this point.
Pookie Bear. Is it Pookie Bear cosplay? I thought it was
Pokey
Cookie
Bear.
Bear. maybe I'm foolish. Yeah, I think I'm just foolish. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
No,
Well,
I mean, for a lot, for at least
it's
according, at least,
something similar to that.
okay, well, at least according to Twitter, a lot of what people are focusing on as far as how Momokun did Bowsette is just that Bowser headpiece, because everyone's doing the whole just comparison thing next to each other, thinking of the
Right.
actual headpiece versus our cosplay.
Right.
I mean, I'm not much of I'm not much of an avid cosplayer, but I do appreciate effort.
Well,
So
yeah. I mean, that's what makes cosplay. If you put in effort, then
yeah.
outside of the shitty people that are going to shit on you because they like to shit on people, um, it is gonna be recognized no matter what.
Right.
Because everyone, people that do cosplay, they recognize effort. Because here it is. Here it is. I found it.
You found it? Okay.
I found it. Um, Gabriel Cookie cookie That's what it
Ga-
was.
Gabriel Cookie cosplay.
Miss
Gabe.
Gabriel with two L's.
Is Cookie spelled with a C or K?
What? Okay. So COOKE.
Gabriel Cookie cosplay. I'm gonna go on her Instagram and see. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yep. The first thing I see on
Yeah.
on one of her pages, she actually does use the exact same Bowser headpiece.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I mean,
So.
granted, again, I would prefer more effort in something, but I mean, I understand if you're trying to throw it together real fucking quick.
Mm-hmm.
Though I don't know how difficult it would be to get some horns.
Right. Exactly. I mean, all you really need is like the blonde wig and the the horns and stuff like that, and then just get playful with the outfit itself.
Right. You don't have to have the shell. You don't have to have the crown necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. But you know, the fact of the matter is, she's continued to be shitty, and people fucking
Yeah, this put me up.
are
This put me up.
rightfully tearing her down. I would say.
Yeah, just because like, again, it's a lesson that she hasn't learned by doing this exact same thing. So, it's put me more in a more understanding light at this point.
Yeah. I mean, outside of the people just calling her fat because they don't like bigger women.
Yeah, true.
But shitty people will be shitty
Exactly.
on both sides.
Well, that's how it is as of right now. I mean, at this point, the only thing you can see Momokun doing is kind of just laying low,
I mean,
literally for a while.
that's what she should do. I mean, I guess you can continue to post your cosplays, but
And wasn't she laying low
just
in the first place?
no,
No, not even after
not really,
the whole thing. No.
not really. I mean, she's still doing her own cosplays as she wants.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean
Your
that's
Patreon's still relatively active to all the people that want to fucking jerk off to her.
at least that's positive, I guess, depending on how you take it. So
Is it though?
I see. I like to look at things where you try to be positive, even in the shittiest situation, where they're like, yes, it's pretty much it's a shitty situation, but it's it can be it can get better. It's more of the execution, how you want it to be better for
Mm.
everybody. So I'm just trying to be more optimistic about the entire situation, even for someone like Momokun, you know. But what it is what it is, and like it's like you said, I'm not about to endorse or support anybody that does those kind of actions.
Right.
But that's my 2 cents. It's probably not a lot of 2 cents, but
But let's get
it's
back to the important matters here,
which are
which are our fucking the beauty that Nintendo brought upon us.
which
No,
is
Nintendo
the
and
whole.
this comic artist brought upon us.
Oh, okay.
So I do. So for the entire month of October, if people on the Facebook have seen me post something around the middle of the month saying that we're going to try to be a bit more active on our social media, and October is going to be that time where we do that. We're gonna be making daily posts of either waifus or just general shit like that. We're gonna be posting in true spirit of Spooktober. At the end of every week this week, I'm gonna post a description of, and I guess review, if I've seen it personally, review of horror anime, I guess, quote unquote horror, because unfortunately anime is not scary.
Not always, but it could be. There's some level of spookiness that can come about, like Steins Gate, for example. I know that's hung over you for a little bit.
All right, I guess there is that kind of spookiness. Fair enough. But yeah, at the end of the week, I'm gonna be doing that, giving you guys recommendations to try to something to look at. And otherwise, for this first week or two, it's going to be a celebration of Bowsette, and all the other ets in the Mushroom Kingdom. So it's probably not going to be one post a day. It's going to be a lot of posts. So
Oh
look
yeah,
out for that.
look out for that, and call us trash if you want to. But this is the only way that we get to talk to you guys.
This
So
is true.
If you're sick of us, then won't you stop by and say something, and then we'll probably fight back anyway, because
Yeah,
we can.
that's true. I mean, if you do get tired of it, I mean, I understand, but you won't. I promise you that.
At least we won't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get tired of it. I'm absolutely in love with I'm in love with these fucking characters. It's great. Granted, I loved Bowser before, not with my penis, but with my heart. But now I can love him with my penis too.
Remember, Jarron, it's still Bowser.
Yeah, but it's his personality. But as a woman, you see, now it's okay for me.
It's a fierce fire breathing peach.
Yeah, there's a lot of fucking powerful pictures. I'm probably gonna share a few with Jomel after the podcast, because after we finish recording, because I found a couple and they're fucking good. They're real good. Actually, no, I'm pretty sure I showed them to you already.
Probably. Huh? Are they good or they lewd?
They're lewd. No. Yeah, I promised myself we wouldn't put any super lewds on any of our social medias, because we're trying to run.
Right.
We're trying to, obviously our brand is, we're fucking trash, but we're not trying to be deep trash.
Exactly. We're not that degenerate. We're moderately degenerate.
Exactly.
We're golden trash.
Golden trash. If only. Golden bullshit.
Yes, exactly. We're the golden bullshit. We're valuable, but we're so bullshit.
Exactly.
But
yeah, make sure you look out for that.
Yeah, definitely. And as always, guys, you can find us. You can just find. Oh fuck, man! I'm fucking this up right now. It's too late right now, and let me just start that over. Okay, guys. As always, thank you for listening and thank you for downloading us. We're reaching our 700 total download mark pretty soon, and shit. I'm planning something big for that 1,000 mark. So, I'm probably gonna do something on the podcast, as well as a additional video for the WBA TV channel. So be ready to look out for that, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Where can they find us, Jarron?
You can find us on Facebook and Twitter, as I mentioned before. If you want to watch us, you can find us on YouTube. If you want to just purely listen, you can find us on Google Play, iHeartRadio, iTunes, Listen Notes, the Stitcher app, and anywhere else that hosts an RSS feed.
Hey, and as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for laifu.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I was playing a new episode of Hanebado. The last episode of Hanebado came out, and I'm super into it, and that distracted me. But thanks for listening, guys. And we'll talk to you next time.
Goddamn, you were going well 3 weeks or 4 weeks straight.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
I was. I saw it. I was browsing Facebook while we were talking, and I just fucking saw it, and then I was like, no, please, I wasn't ready.
Nobody is.